So continuing our last discussion, now we'll go to the basic electrical laws. Okay, the starting will be Ohm's law. So what Ohm's law states that in a given circuit, voltage is proportional to current. Okay, but thing is that the temperature of the circuit should be same, and the specific resistance of the say metal should be same. Okay, the circuit will be consist of some metal, and in that circuit the current will be proportional to voltage. Okay, and if you are establishing this relation, we will get a constant term called resistance. Okay, now this resistance can be arranged in series or parallel in a circuit. Okay, this resistance can be arranged in series or parallel in a circuit, and we'll have to know the combination of series and parallel circuit, and we have to be able to find out the equivalent resistance of those particular circuits. Okay, now thing is that this is the basic law. I think you have got in very earlier classes also. Next is Kirchhoff's law. Okay, so Kirchhoff has two law, one is KCL, one is KVL. Okay, now Kirchhoff voltage law is that in any loop or any say closed path, the say algebraic sum of all the voltages or all the potentials offered in the circuit will be equal to 0. Okay, so that is Kirchhoff voltage law. What it states that in a closed loop, the summation of the algebraic sum of voltages should be equal to 0. Another law is Kirchhoff's current law, which is also we call as KCL. Okay, so KCL is about a point. So at about a point, the current entering should be equal to current leaving. Suppose three currents are say connecting in a particular point. Okay, so this summation of all these currents. Okay, so say summation of all these currents should be equal to 0, or say incoming current should be equal to outgoing current. So these are the basic law of electrical engineering. So first we started with Ohm's law, which is nothing but V is equal to IR, which gives the concept of resistance. Next is KVL, which is Kirchhoff voltage law, which states that in any closed path the algebraic sum of current should be equal to 0. Next is Kirchhoff's current law, which basically states that incoming current is equal to outgoing current in a particular point or in a particular node. Okay, so these are three important laws about basic electrical engineering or electrical current and voltage that we should keep on focus, and I have explained you in very simple terms. You have to only remember those three particular point. Okay, but other things are there. The connection of series and parallel resistance, we already know that how to calculate series and parallel resistance, but there should be some complex structures that we have to deal with other say techniques also. But thing is that basically what we know is if the resistance are connected in series, then what we can do is we can directly add. If they are connected in parallel, then what we can do is we can say use that formula 1 by R equivalent equal to 1 by R1, 1 by R2, 1 by R3. So you have to add those resistance in that way. Okay, so those things will be discussing with proper examples. But thing is that basically without taking any notebook or without taking any notes, by just simply say using the words, what we can describe these laws in that way only. Okay, so these are the very simplest way I am trying to say teach you this law or tell you this law. So what you can do is you can just hear this video once again and try to remember these three law in the simplest way you can possible. Okay, again I am telling you, so Ohm's law is nothing but V equal to IR. So R is the resistance here, and from that you can say formulate many relation. Okay, so simply the statement is voltage is proportional to current in any given circuit. Next is Kirchhoff voltage law, which is KVL, and KVL states that algebraic sum in a closed loop in a circuit or in a closed path in a circuit is always equal to 0. Next, KCL, which is Kirchhoff current law. Current law states that in any particular point or node, okay, incoming current is equal to outgoing current. Okay, so these are I am trying to explain you with only words. Okay, so these are the basic 3 fundamental law about electrical engineering. Okay, next we can go through theorems and other next we can go through the theorems or other important formulas or techniques. Okay.